I just want to give you a glimpse of what kind of man is Imam Abu Hanifah rahimahullah. After that, Imam Abu Hanifah, Tabi'i is a person that saw a Sahabi and died as a Muslim. Who did he see? Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. He saw Anas radiallahu anh, the khadim of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Every time, ya akhwan, or any time you see someone that is bright, a child, a young man, a youth that is bright in any field, a word of encouragement from you costs you nothing, but it could be a life changer for that person. One word you said, look, who are we talking about? Imam Abu Hanifa. The wisdom, the way he answered them, so they immediately, all 70, went back to Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah and they left the Khawarij. One more incident and we finish inshallah. So today we will start with the first giant, Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. His name is Abu Hanifa al-Nu'man ibn Thabit al-Taymi al-Kufi. He was born in Kufa at the year 80 after Hijrah. What year did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam die? Which year did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam die? اختلف العلماء. What year did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam die? Anybody? 13, 11? 11. So he is the closest to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he is honored among all four to be called a tabi'i. What's the definition of a tabi'i? Or before that, what's the definition of a sahabi, a companion? A sahabi is a person that saw Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, believed in him and believed in him means followed him, and died as a Muslim. Because many people saw him, did not believe in him, and many people saw him, believed in him, and rataddu, they left Islam, right? So the Sahabi is a person that saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, believed in him, and died as a Muslim. Now Tabi'i is a person that saw a Sahabi and died as a Muslim. Who did he see? Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. He saw Anas radiallahu anh, the khadim of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that's why he was called a tabi'i. And why the tabi'i is honored? Because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, خير قرني خير أمتي قرني والذين يلونهم والذين يلونهم. The best of people are my generation and the people after them and the people after them. So these are the best of generations, and Abu Hanifa rahimahullah is one of them. His father Thabit used to be a very well-known merchant in Kufa, and he was very well off also. As a matter of fact, when he died, he left Abu Hanifa, because he was his only child, 200,000 dirham. To give you an idea, at that time, for 3 dirham, you can buy a sheep. How much is a sheep now? 300? 400 is slaughtered مع لحمة وشغلات وقصص. $300. Let's say $300 to make it calculation easy. $300. Calm down, غلام حبيبي. He wants to sell sheep now. We are arguing about the price. So let's say $300. That means 200,000 times 100. Who's good in math? 20 million? 20 million, right? So $20 million. So this is how rich was his father. So subhanallah, he took 4,000 riyal, 4,000 dirham, and he gave the rest for people who are seeking knowledge. One day, Imam al-Sha'bi, he was the same, he was contemporary with Imam Abu Hanifa. He told him, who do you visit? To Imam Abu Hanifa. He said, Wallahi, most of the time in the marketplace. He said, no, that's not what I meant. Which sheikh do you sit with? He said, Wallahi, I don't visit the shuyukh much. He said, you look like a very smart person, very bright person. Don't be heedless. Go find a circle of knowledge and join it. Subhanallah. Imam Abu Hanifah, I'm quoting him, he said, that statement was the change of my life. I left the marketplace and I joined the circles of knowledge. Pause 1 second. Every time, ya akhwan, or any time you see someone that is bright, a child, a young man, a youth, that is bright in any field, a word of encouragement from you costs you nothing, but it could be a life changer for that person. One word you said. Look, who are we talking about? Imam Abu Hanifah. Listen to this. Imam Bukhari. How did he start? He said, I was sitting with Imam Rahaway, and he looked at me and he said, Ya Bukhari, why don't you collect the ahadith, the authentic ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and put them in one book? Look at this statement. Abu Bukhari, rahimahullah, he said, since that day, I dedicated my life to the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Look at this, yani, one statement from that other sheikh made a man that is mentioned on a daily basis till the day of judgment. And every time you mention his name, you ask Allah to have mercy on him. So when you see something, start with your child. Sometimes we see our child is good in something that we do not like. What is this? This doesn't bring money. Leave it alone. He's very bright in this. بس يا عمي ما بتجي بفلوس. يا أخي, there are many fields that your son, your daughter could be bright in, as long as they're halal. Encourage them, يا أخي. Let's continue. Go back to Imam Abu Hanifah. Imam Abu Hanifah, rahimahullah, he started his mission in ilm, in the ilm of kalam. What does ilm al-kalam mean? Debate. He was master in defending Islam. Master. Yani he became nationally known, the best debater ever. And he used to debate al-Mu'tazila and the Khawarij. One time, the Khawarij, 70 of them, came to him with their swords. They walked into his room. They took their swords. They want to kill him. They consider him a kafir. By the way, for the people who do not know, the Khawarij, they used to make takfir for anyone who commits a major sin. If somebody drink alcohol, he's a kafir. If somebody committed zina, he's a kafir. They do not believe in that you could repent, and so they consider him as a kafir. So they said, "Ya Imam," he said. He told them, "Put your swords back. What do you want?" He said, "We have two janazas with us. One janaza of a man who drank alcohol till he died, and the other of a woman who got pregnant from adultery and she killed herself. Where are these people going? To Jannah or to Nar?" So Imam Abu Hanifah, he said, "Are they Christian, Jews, atheists? What are they?" Look at the answer. They said they are from the people who say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. They don't want to say they are Muslims. They are from the millah, from the people who say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. He said, is that statement, how much of that statement is considered iman? They said, this is all of it. This is all of the iman. He said, I'm going to answer you just like Ibrahim alayhi salam answered. فَمَنْ تَبِعَنِي فَإِنَّهُ مِنِّي وَمَنْ عَصَانِي فَإِنَّكَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. And I'm going to answer you like Isa alayhi salam answered his people. إِن تُعَذِّبْهُمْ فَإِنَّهُمْ عِبَادُكَ وَإِن تَغْفِرْ لَهُمْ فَإِنَّكَ أَنْتَ الْعَزِيزُ الْحَكِيمُ. I'm going to answer you just like Ibrahim told his people who were committing shirk, whomsoever follow me, he will be saved. He is from me. And whomsoever does not follow me, Ya Allah, you are forgiving, merciful. And Isa alayhi salam, he told his people also, who were committing shirk, he told them, Ya Allah, these are your ibad. If you want to punish them, it's up to you. But if you forgive them, you are the Aziz, you are the Hakim. Look at the wisdom, the way he answered them. So they immediately, all 70, went back to Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah and they left the Khawarij. One more incident and we finish inshallah. He was in the Kufa and he heard about a man who living in his area, very influential, very well-known man and very educated, but he has a problem. He hates Uthman. Not only he hates Uthman radiallahu an, but he called him a Yahudi, a Jew. So when he heard this, Abu Hanifah rahimahullah, he asked the man that he wants to go visit him. So he went and visited the man and he told him, I heard that you have a daughter for marriage. He said, yes. He said, I have someone for you, Hafiz li Kitabillah. He is a Hafiz of the Quran and he's very well known in the community that he recites the whole Quran in Qiyam in one rak'ah. And he spends money left and right fi sabilillah. But he has one problem. He said, what's the problem? This is Allahu Akbar. This is my dream for such a person. What's his problem? What could be his problem? He said, he's Yahudi. He's Jewish. He said, A'udhu Billah. No way I would give him my daughter. He said, the one who's better than you gave 2 daughters to him. The one who's better than you and better than me gave him his 2 daughters to Uthman. So stop it. Since that day, the man fell in love with Uthman. I just want to give you a glimpse of what kind of man is Imam Abu Hanifah rahimahullah. After that, Imam Abu Hanifah, I will give you this and then we'll continue next week inshallah. He was sitting in the halaqah, also all about kalam and debate and all that. A woman came and asked me a very simple question about divorce. He did not know how to answer. And by the way, all of this, he's 20 years old. He was 20 years old. He did not know how to answer and he sent her to the halaqah of Hamad. It was next to him. And he told her, when you finish, come back and tell me what was the answer. So she went and asked and came back and told him the answer. And he said, since that day, I left ilm al-kalam and I focused on fiqh, and we will continue on Wednesday inshallah.